Karen the girl on fire. I'm so excited. You're in the Heart and Steady Club routine, rituals, regime, program. This is what to do daily to be ready to perform forever. This is it, the enchilada. This is what you've been waiting for. And, just I'm getting in the game soon. We're going to stop. Yeah. So, questions from my clients. Where to find it all, what are the causes, what are the tests, what are the possible treatments. This is our deep dive, right? And an invite here for the one-on-one and group coaching and get a little taste of how I work, if you're already bought it. So questions from my clients after this set of slides. You might feel like your insides have been dealing with the hurricane you've been given it. Okay, don't worry, I have a plan for that too. It's pretty shocking. Yeah. Anyway, once upon a time, I was a physical therapist. I never had to advertise, as people said I got them actually better. And people will be like, I'm actually better. I'm like, you say that like you're surprised. They're like, I am. Nothing really works. And I was really into injuries and sports pain and deep tissue and trigger point therapy, which is how I hooked up with all the martial artists. Great clients of mine. Obviously, that's George St. Pierre. Yes, he punched me in the face. And what I did actually worked. And I found out that my athletes were getting super sick. Can you relate? Like colds all the time, and nobody wants a man with a cold. No offense, but you guys are not good with colds. This is Hoist Gracie, the founding family of the UFC. Yes, client of mine. And like there's certain routine rituals that they do every day, and I'm going to share those with you. And then people often say like, actually, I forgot I had that, because I always do a deep dive on like what else is going on. There's always a systemic illness. If you have problems with your bits and parts, there's always something going on. And I started working with illnesses that are systemic and autoimmune issues and all kinds of crazy things that nobody had ever heard of. Of course, that's Hoyler Gracie of Hoyler Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And yes, that's me. Whew. Yes, that is my black belt up there. And I got it with my kids. That is my youngest son. And my oldest son. And this is my youngest son on our power weekend, our black belt weekend. And yes, we did a cage fight. That was his cage face. That's pretty cool, right? So how I got good. I was actually searching for the root cause. I was trying not to treat the symptom. And I learned from leading doctors. This is Dr. Sears, world-renowned pediatrician, written over 40 books on children's health, went through his programs. Give me a symptom, and I will dive deep into the common causes. Famous doctors from around the world, learning and traveling from them. So your full health history is important. If you did a one-on-one with me, if you've bought the one-on-one, then you're going to be going through this with me, so you know what to expect. Like when you check off this, I'm asking for that. And it's been 24 years now. I've given you guys kind of a short list, but sometimes there's more to it. So for example, if you ask me like low back pain, I'd say, what else haven't you told me? Like, how many roofs have you jumped off of? Dudes, how it shocks me every time. Like, does jumping off a roof into water count? I was like, yeah, 2 stories, 1 story. And then some dude was like, does jumping off a roof into a fence count? I'm like, how'd that go for you? It's like, dude, what? Wives never ever do I have to ask them how many roofs they've jumped off of. But I always ask, like, what else haven't they told me? It's a secondary condition. Headaches are always, cock blocking you. I know. And sometimes it's an excuse, and sometimes it's real. So if it's real, let's fix it. There's a lot of different kinds and causes. So we can get to the root of her headaches too. If you don't know, I have a program for that. So TMI Tuesday, you must hear a lot like, you have no idea. Hairdressers got nothing on me. I hear everything. Bartenders, nope. I hear way more. Like I have people naked on a table and I'm touching them most of the time. So one No Filter Friday, a man asked me, Karen, you're on fire. What do you have for erectile dysfunction? And so here's my promise. Like, if I know, I will help you. If I don't know, I will figure it out. Or if I can't help you, I'll refer you out. That's my rule, right? So in this instance, I used to refer people out, but I accidentally solved it because men were turning 50 Shades of Grey, and I was sad about it. Yep. I was sad about it. I had lots of questions like, what do you have to fix my junk? I was like, all right, first off, questions. Is it common? About 50% of men over the age of 40. It's even more common as men age. 20-year-olds that were having this as well. It's estimated that as many as 30 million men in the USA suffer from at least occasional impotence. Most of these men are age 40 plus. 1 in 3 men over 60 is affected, but those under 40 may also have the problem. And I'm finding 20-year-olds are going after the Viagra for performance enhancement, which is not the way to go. So what age do you guys have trouble getting hard? I know we don't want to talk about this, but a quarter of men said that erectile problems started between 50 and 59. 40% said between the ages of 60 and 69. Having chronic diseases and other factors are very common. So routine rituals is going to get you. Is it all in your head? Oh yeah. Is it all? You think you have a beautiful woman, and then is it working? In the past, it was believed that actually ED was a psychological problem, but many therapists and physicians now believe that 85%, this is why I'm saying my Fountain of Youth program and routine rituals programs can, like, this is what to do, this is how to do it, can solve this for you. So, plus I have a little bit of mindset and emotional training in the Fountain of Youth program, but if you need more, that's what the coaching and the one-on-one is for. Because guys, let's face it, you don't like to talk about your feelings, right? Most guys feel isolated and alone with this problem. And it's a large part because despite the frequent commercials, men don't want to talk about it. That makes this an interesting area of men's health that's often neglected and ignored, even with substantial emotional stress it causes. So I was trying to make this as fun and as engaging and painless as possible. So are there therapy options for ED? According to figures from impotence organizations, about 5% of the estimated 30 million men affected were aware of therapy options. And so, like, where did I learn it? You guys know, men telling me, OMG, you fixed it. The king has returned. So how can you work with me? I won't work with anyone that doesn't know the basics anymore. Like, even if you're not doing them yet, I need you to understand it because we can just have a different level conversation if you understand the basics. So if you want help for your specific situation, then consume my Fountain of Youth formula, consume my Routine Rituals program course, and then book your discovery call with one of my coaches, and they can tell you how to get access to the group coaching or to meet one-on-one. And if you were to come into my office and I was like, go through all the causes and try to get you where you need to be, we'd first look at the causes, then we'd run some tests, then we would do some treatment protocols, and you would be ending up doing the Routine Rituals program anyways. So, so that you don't end up like this. Because 3 years from the first sign of ED is usually 3 years, and then it's a heart attack. And then probably you've been taking Viagra, and that's what ends up happening. So I'm the wizard, Karen, do your magic, says Andrew B. So here's the answers. Just go through the mini series, in one sitting. The routine rituals are super short. They're not like anything else. And then get the answers that you need, because there's so many questions and like, you need the answers. So I know that most of it's in there. And even if you don't do them all, that's what the coaching, the one-on-one is for. It's like, okay, what should I focus on first? Or how do I incorporate this? Or what form of this do I get? Or how do I take this? Or whatever your questions are, you will be answered in the group coaching program or the one-on-one with me for sure. So welcome to the Routine Rituals regime. So you never need one of these. I thought this was so funny. Emergency Viagra dispenser. So cute. We should have a purple pill dispenser. So what you're getting, the Routine Rituals course, so you know exactly what you must do every day for maximum performance in and out of the bedroom. As Vin Diesel says, oh, I have faith in you, but this isn't a junkyard. This is a garage. This is your garage. What are you going to park in it? Lots of good stuff so that you can park your stuff where you want it. So if you haven't already booked your discovery call with one of my trained coaches to help answer your burning questions, I am paying the coaches so you don't have to. It's included in the program. So what do you want to know? Like, what is it? Let's just find out. And remember, you don't want to end up having to do the drugs, the injections, the surgery, the creams, the vacuums, the gelking. Do not do that. Natural foods and vitamins, I don't want you having to spend money on those other than foundational 5 and end up with potential organ damage or death. So I love Jim Carrey. So questions from my clients. That's welcome, where to find it all. In the next video, we're going to cover what are the causes of ED. All right. And we're going to do these short 5 videos, and then we're going to go into the routine rituals. And those are also super short. Found of Youth was much longer. Okay. Until next time, be the change you wish to see in this world, because if not you, then who? Nobody else is going to do it. You have to step up. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.